of it is meetings and then more meetings, and then sometimes you have meetings that are happening at the same time of other meetings, and that is not a joke.
There, AF4 was 370.
We're gonna just do a steady camera.
Great, Dan will go up there. Meanwhile, I need Nick, Grip, and the rest of camera to help light this as soon as possible. Kill that Jenny!
Basically, as a first AD, my responsibility was to run the set. It was my job to have everything on schedule and make sure everything was there on time. So I would have to schedule out my day saying that, you know, these scenes need to be done by lunch, and I needed this actress here by this scene, even though she's not here in the next scene, so that we can immediately roll over. Or, you know, I need all my actors on set so we can run through blocking, etc., etc. So it's not only my job to run the set and make sure it goes smoothly so that we shoot everything that's planned in our day.
Epilogue. These are for the Saturday. We do not shoot Friday. Woo! Enjoy your Friday.
Well, as you know, I do all the call sheets that you see every shootings that we have, so you know what scenes that we're shooting. I'm in charge of that, and then Mr. Tripp will have to look into if the times are okay, and then he'll approve them, and also Mackie will approve that. And then organizing everything through food to the makeup, making sure everything is there when they need to be on a set. If Tripp will ask me, hey, it's 5 minutes, you know, that I need the cast to be on the set, so I want to make sure that everything's on time to put them on the set. Work with also with the first unit and the second unit, so make sure everything is there, and I make sure the casts are available on the times that we have scheduled them, and inform them when they need to be a call, cast call, when they're going to be their makeup call, and, you know, shooting call. I basically coordinate with the cast a lot, from the main cast to the extras.
Here's like for Mike and Rocky and Annette and Anthony. Perfect.
You have a second to miss. Sam missed. Here comes Miss. Bring that camera.
I was the viral marketing producer, so I was in charge of coordinating the Xanity commercials, the Goddles Pizza commercials, and also the newscasts. And for second unit, that means I was in charge of coordinating people to go shoot small insert shots and things like that that don't really require a full crew, so the first unit can focus their responsibility on things that did require a full crew. That way we could have multiple cameras going, shooting different things at the same time, and save time, ultimately. And then for production accountant, I was in charge of tracking all of the receipts used throughout the course of the web series, several $1,000s. It was kind of a nerve-wracking task, but I think I kept it pretty neat and tidy by the time it was all done.
When we're going to reshoot that?
Right now I'm looking at the Monday and Tuesday evening of spring break.
With my role, I'm in charge of keeping track of a lot of the post-production, so I kind of put the editors together and decided like where they needed to be mashed up on episodes, and then that got changed around as we learned where their strengths were and what they needed and what the episodes needed.
Line from him as he marches off in French, okay?
What's the scene and time of these?
Scene 6. I have...
An associate producer on a student project is, in my opinion, abnormal, because I haven't seen that done before. You kind of have to do a little bit of everything and a little bit of nothing, so it's a little bit ambiguous of a role at times. You work a lot with the executive producers and kind of carrying out what they ask for you to do and scheduling like different meetings. There's some weeks where we have like a good 20 to 25 meetings and trying to get people together, and there's definitely schedule hiccups when that happens because people have busy lives and it's insanity.
Craft services was definitely like a huge project, and I think it turned out to be even bigger than we ever expected.
There's two more left.
At first we just started, me and CB, me and her went around the whole entire town of Springfield asking all of these restaurants if they wouldn't mind donating us food, and some people we begged them to give us food. And then once people started agreeing to, we ended up having so many people, like Bambinos, they gave us food. They gave us so much food.
Dinah made gourmet chicken salad. Like a boss.
Like a boss. I had never made a pot of coffee in my life before this experience. I'm not a coffee drinker. I don't even own a coffee pot. I still don't own a coffee pot. I always just go to Starbucks, but yeah, I've never made a pot of coffee, and I made more coffee on this thing. I think I'm like a coffee expert now.
I've always had a very good amount of patience, but when it comes to working with 50 students your age and you have to organize them all, you can never have too much patience. It runs thin very quickly. So the thing I probably learned the most is like just to take a deep breath, you know what I mean, and count to 10, and everything's gonna be all right. In the end, it'll all be all right. So.